Hey guys, it's Bogey here and I've got some Titanfall gameplay for you because this game, I absolutely love it and I can't wait for the actual game and be able to get more gameplay for you guys and more information and more little tips and tricks. But anyways, what I want to talk about in this commentary was that Respawn, which is the company that is making Titanfall, recently, really recently actually, revealed the minimum PC requirements to run the game. So basically, for the operating system, you need a 64-bit version of Windows, and you need either Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 8.1. And for a CPU, you need at least an AMD Athlon X2 clocked at 2.8 GHz, or an Intel Core 2 Duo clocked at 2.4 GHz. And I mean, you know, really for the operating system, most computers that are out now, and especially if you're into gaming, are probably going to have one of those operating systems because, you know, you pay attention to it and you would update. So you really shouldn't have to worry about operating system, and any new computer you buy definitely has one of those. And then the CPU, yeah, you can find that in like, shoot, $300 or $400 laptops, you know. I mean, that's really not that big of a deal. Memory, you need 4 GB of RAM at least, and that's really not much at all, you know. Most laptops come with like 6 or 8, so really, if you have a gaming PC, you should definitely have at least 6 GB of RAM, so that's no problem. Then for the video card, or the GPU, whatever you want to call it, you need 512 megabytes of VRAM, and you need at least a Radeon HD 4770 or a GeForce 8800 GT. So really, you can find those in probably any $500-600 laptop, and they'll run the game relatively well. Probably low or medium settings. I don't know, probably not high settings, but yeah, those should be not too hard to find. And if you have a gaming computer that, you know, you probably built for around $500, like a cheap one that can definitely run this game. And yeah, it doesn't really take as fancy of stuff that I would have guessed, but you know what? It does have those requirements, and they're pretty easy to meet for around $500 if you guys wanted it for PC and don't have a PC yet. So anyways, another thing that they talked about is that a lot of non-Windows users who use Mac operating systems were asking for a version of Titanfall for Mac computers, and Respawn said that they were talking about it and would really like to see it happen. So there's probably going to be a version for anyone running a Mac operating system, and they did, however, say that it would have to be after the original launch of Titanfall on March 11th. So really, they want to make a version for Mac, but they kind of want to get the main versions that they already have planned, get those done, get them out there, and have as smooth a launch as possible, and then work on, you know, getting that extra version of the game out. So yeah, guys, those were the operating system, CPU, memory, and video card minimum requirements to run Titanfall on a PC, and you can find that in any basically $500 or $600 computer, whether it's a laptop or an actual PC. And I just really want to talk about one more thing real quick. Microsoft just announced that they're going to be selling an Xbox One chat adapter for, like, so you'll be able to plug it into your Xbox One controller, and then you can take your old 360 headset or whatever you used on the 360 and plug it into there, so that you'll be able to have your game sound and your chat sound right in the same headset, instead of now when you have to try and figure out how to wear two at the same time, and it's just a pain. And they're going to be selling this for $24.99, and that's US dollars. It just made me kind of mad. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I bought an Xbox 360, and I spent, I don't know how much money eventually upgrading it and such, and buying multiple controllers and playing charge kits and games and more hard drives and all that stuff. And you know, went out and bought a nice pair of Turtle Beaches, and then they came out with the 360, and they're like, well, we have this new port for HD audio, and you know, we're gonna have it because we want the sound quality on the Xbox One to be superior to any other console. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I'd like to hear good quality sound instead of what you get on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, because people would just plug in other microphones, which wasn't so bad on the 360 because you had to have a 360 microphone, but the one that came with it sucked, so you had those people in there, and the audio wasn't really always that great, and you couldn't always hear people well. And I was like, good, they're making this new port because they want HD audio, and I was like, that's great, that makes sense. But now they're making this adapter, and you can just take any 360 mic and plug it into here and plug it into your Xbox One controller. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. How does that take a crappy mic and magically make it HD quality audio? Like, really? So now you're taking this special port for HD audio and just throwing that away and charging more to use any normal headset. So really the sound quality isn't going to be any better than the 360 because it's going to have the same microphones. Like, I don't know, I don't get it. It's kind of ridiculous to me because I spent $500 on this Xbox, and now it's $60 for like each game and stuff, and it came with the chat headset, but I can't wear two headsets, and I spent like $100 on a headset, and now I've got to buy another $25 adapter so that I can use that headset with your HD audio on your console. Like, seriously, I mean, if it was like $10, okay, then yeah, you guys made a new port. Now I just have to go buy this $10 thing, but $25 for just this stupid little thing. Triple that, and you can go buy a new freaking headset for the Xbox One when they come out. Like, that's another thing I want to know. When is any headset company gonna come out with an Xbox One headset? If you guys know of any, please link them in the comments down below. That would really help me out a lot. I would really appreciate that. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the Titanfall gameplay or any of these topics, and if you have an opinion on them, please leave a comment down below. And if you could please like, favorite, share the video, and maybe even subscribe a lot, and have a nice day.